Pues no es lunes, es martes. Bien. Feliz martes. Happy Tuesday. I was really excited that most of you guys seemed like you didn't have much of a problem with this first part of this worksheet. And so the reason I wanted to wait to do the second part was because there are kind of a lot of irregulars that we need to go over. And with anything in Spanish, sometimes it just requires memorization. And so I know it's a little bit more difficult because we're not strictly in class, and so you're not going to be required to memorize this stuff. So I want to kind of give you a list here of what the irregulars are. And so we've been working with these regular ones, right? We talked about how whenever we have an AR verb, we're just going to drop the AR and add ado. And then something I've seen today is sometimes when we have an IR and an ER. With ER, sometimes I think people want to add EDO, but it's actually just IDO for both. So we're going to have salido y comido. So it doesn't matter if it's an ER, doesn't matter if it's an IR, you're going to be adding EDO to the end of it. Okay, so let's keep going. Really with this, it's just kind of about, we just have to put the ones in there, and just look back to this list if you have questions on it. So let's see here. I got a new computer, so that is amazing. I'm sure that you guys are all stoked out of your minds about that. So this is going to be a little bit more difficult, I think, but what we're going to have to do is just put a text box in every time, and I think that'll be okay. Okay, so for the first one, we have abrir, which means to open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the participle, and then I'm also going to give you an example to go with it. I may not do that for all of them, but we can just kind of gauge that as we go. So the first one, abrir, is abierto. It can also be abierta if you have a something that's feminine that it's describing. So for example, we have la puerta está abierta. We're using abierta there because we have a feminine noun, abierta. La puerta is the thing that is open, so we're going to use abierta instead of abierto. Okay, let's put another one in there. Okay, cubrir. Now you can kind of tell just from the way that this looks that it's going to be very similar to abrir, and so you can kind of just go ahead and make that what's it called? Inference. You can infer because of abrir being so close to cubrir that it's going to be pretty much the same thing. So we're going to have cubierto. The one we're going to use here is la piscina, the pool, está cubierta. Cubierta. If I could spell, that'd be great. The pool is closed. The pool, la piscina está cubierta. Okay, go to the next one here. We have the word decir, which means to say, right? This one is really kind of irregular. We have dicho or dicha. So what we're going to use here is we're going to use the word proverb, which is la refrán. Okay, once again, we have the word la to tell us that this is a feminine word, even though it ends with an N, it's feminine. I know that's really weird. La refrán está dicha. The proverb is said. Sorry, y'all, this is a hot mess. The proverb is said. This is kind of a weird way to say anything, just truly, because we don't really go around saying something is said, right? But this is really the way that we would use it. Okay, let's go to escribir now. Escribir, that is to write. Escrito. Escrito. Or escrita, depende en si hay una cosa femenina o masculina in el sujeto. If there's a feminine thing or a masculine thing in the subject, right? So escrito, what can we use with escrito? Let's use the letter. La carta está escrita. Once again, we have the letter is a feminine thing, so we're going to use a feminine adjective with that escrita there. Freír. Freír, freír. Freír. It's a really hard word to say. Okay, frito or frita, right? Those little chips that you can get in the bag, the fritos, that just means fried, right? Fried little things. So we're going to say las papas, right? Papas without the accent is potatoes. So las papas están fritas, right? Basically what we have here is the potatoes are fried. The potatoes are fried. Las papas están fritas, not las papas. That would be los papas, right? The dads. We have, instead of the dads, we have the French fries. Okay, hacer, to do or to make. So this one is going to be hecho or hecha. Okay, so let's do the agenda. El agenda está. So we have el here for the first time, so we're going to use hecho. So basically, the agenda is done. The agenda is written. Even you could say that. If you wanted to use escribir here, you could, but we're going to say el agenda está hecho. It is made, basically. That would be the past tense of to do, would be made. Okay, let's go to the next one, morir. I'm sure that you guys have, at some point or another, seen this one. Muerto or muerta. So we can say we'll say el abuelo. Actually, let's not do el. Let's do mi abuelo. Está muerto. Right? We're gonna say my grandparents are dead. My grandparents are dead, or my grandfather. Sorry. If we wanted to say mis abuelos, we just add an s's in there, and we have to make sure that agrees as well. So mis abuelos están muertos. Okay, poner. So with poner, we use it to a lot of times to talk about a table, like being set. So puesto is our word, or puesta. Y we have the word sorry, I just blanked on the word for table. La mesa está puesta. La mesa está puesta. That means the table is set, right? The table is set. Okay? Resolved. Resolver. Sorry, this is not the way I wanted to do this, and I'm sorry. So, this one works kind of like a lot of the other ones. Resuelto. Or resuelta. We're going to say el libro, for the book, está resuelto. Meaning that at the end, it had a good ending, right? It was resolved. Everything was resolved. Okay, romper. This is a great one. This one doesn't look anything like its infinitive form, so because of that, this would be a good one for you to memorize. Roto or rota. We're going to use la ventana for the window. Está rota. La ventana está rota. The window is broken. Once again, we have that agreement between the thing that is broken, the verb estar, and broken, the word. Okay, ver. This is another really great one. Ver. Ver is to see. And when we use it as a participle, we're going to say visto or vista. So, what could we use to say is seen? Is seen. Oh, let's do the effort. La esfuerza está vista. Your effort is seen. We can even say tu. Tu esfuerza está vista. Your effort is seen. Volver, to return. So with this one, it would be vuelto or vuelta. This looks just exactly like this one here, resuelto. So you can see if it has a ver at the end, it's kind of always going to be had an LTO at the end of it, to return. I'm not going to make a sentence for that one because really don't know of a good sentence that I can even say with that. Okay, devolver, it means the same thing. De vuelto, de vuelta. Okay, let's do a sentence with this one. So, to return, los libros están devueltos, meaning that they return them to a library, right? So, los libros están devueltos. Okay, and then on this side, really the only thing that we need to be concerned with is kind of like when we had our yendo and ando, when we added that y when there were multiple vowels in a row. This works the same way. So for example, we have the verb traer, which means to take, or to bring. We're going to say traído. The reason that we keep that is because we want to keep the sound, right? So Let's see, brought. La comida. La comida está traída. The food is brought, meaning that someone had food that they were bringing to a party or something, and it was brought. Okay, let's do the next one, oír. You can kind of guess what this is going to be. It's going to be oído. Sorry. Or oída. So we're going to say let's see, el discuto está oído. This is the discussion. The discussion is heard. Okay, leer, that means to read. Leer, sorry, I said it wrong. Leer means to read. You're going to just do the same thing that we've been doing, right? La carta. Oh, let's use a different one. La revista, that means the magazine. Está leído. Leída. La revista está leída, meaning the magazine is read. We could use this in the past tense too, but now we're using it in the present tense. Okay, reír, that means to laugh. So that one's going to be the same. Reído, reída, y construir. You guessed it, it's going to work the exact same way. We're going to have construido, construida. Really, the only reason that we're doing this, like I said, is just because we want to keep the sound the same. Okay, so let's actually do a couple of sentences down here. And I've actually done the potatoes are fried, so we're not going to even do that one. So let's do this one. The movie is seen. The movie is la película. I'll make sure that we accent that a. La película. We have one movie. We're going to use the word está. And then we were going to go back up to this. We see that ver is visto. And we have película with an A. So we're going to use the word vista. La película está vista. The película is seen. Está vista. The books are covered. Los libros están, because we have more than one libro, cubiertos. Los libros están cubiertos. The books are covered. Okay, the hand is broken. This is actually a really great example. Sorry, I'm like really particular about the way that looks. La mano está rota. When we talk about body parts, a lot of the times, because they come from a Greek, the names of body parts come from a Greek background, they're going to be feminine words, even though they may end in O. So this is an example here. La mano está rota. We're going to use rota to agree with la mano. Okay, going to the next part. The books are returned. Los libros están. We have an option here, so we're going to use vueltos. Los libros están vueltos porque hay muchos libros en el sujeto, ¿verdad? There's more than one book in the subject, so we can use están there. Okay, the potatoes are fried. We're going to skip that one because we've just done that one. Okay, the words are said. Las palabras están dichas. Las palabras están dichas because we have multiple words, right? Hay una cantidad de palabras aquí. There are multiple words here, so we're going to use están. We're going to also use dichas to agree with las palabras. Y finalmente tenemos the book is written, así que el libro está written, escrito. El libro está escrito. Okay, so on the worksheet that you were working on, I think the next part is giving you a lot more of these with the irregulars on there. There's actually a chart of the irregulars on there if you want to refer to it as well on the worksheet that you did yesterday. So if you guys have any questions with that, as always, you can reach out to me. I will be calling you today at some point between 10 and 12, and then on Thursday, I will have time between 12 and 3 that I'm available to answer any questions or to call, or if you want to call me or text me, however you want to do that. I love that you guys have subscribed to my YouTube channel. It makes me feel like, I don't know, that you like my videos or something. And then, as always, I'll talk to you guys later. Nos vemos.